Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Hydra session today. I am so excited because I don't know, this time of year just makes me super excited. Like Christmas is literally right around the corner, and you know how everyone is in like a good mood and all of that stuff. And so it's just always fun. I love seeing the Christmas lights. I love seeing houses decorated, even though my house is not that decorated. We have maybe two things in the front of the house that's lit up, and then that's it. So like I don't go all out on my house and my decorations, but I love seeing everyone else's with all of their stuff out. I think it's amazing. Um, so tonight we're going to be doing our deep exfoliation, maximum hydration pampering session. And if you have your samples, you want to go ahead and grab your sample pack and you want to go ahead and open them up. So you have the Miracle Set strip. We're going to only be using the cleanser from the Miracle Set strip, okay? Just the cleanser. And you have enough of the cleanser to use 3 different times. So just get a little bit tonight, and then you can use the Miracle Set tomorrow morning, okay? You can use the Miracle Set when you wake up in the morning with the cleanser, the moisturizer, and then the daytime recovery. And then tomorrow night, you can use the the cleanser with the nighttime recovery and the moisturizer, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. While you're getting your samples, go ahead and open up your cleanser and have your cleanser already open. That way you're ready to go. You want to have 3 wet washcloths or be close to the sink. So I have my wet washcloths here and I have a small bowl of water. So have 3 wet washcloths or be close to the sink. That way you have access to the water. While you're getting that ready, I am going to tell you some of the other products we're going to be doing. But let's talk about a Hydra session, okay? So this is not something you do every day. It's definitely not something you do every week. You can do it up to 2 times a week, but that's it because you want to give your skin time to heal from the whole process and treatments that we're going to do. We're going to do a deep exfoliation. So we're going to do 3 layers of exfoliation, and then we're going to come back and hydrate and moisturize the skin afterwards. So typically, if you go to a spa to get a Hydra session done, Hydro session done, it's going to be about $375 per session. What I love is that you get to try all of the products and you get to try them for free, right? So it's so good. But also, if there's a product that you fall in love with, you can always get that from your consultant. You can we have a deal to get the whole Hydra session is not even close to $375, okay? The beauty is that you can continue to use these products. So it's not like a one-time thing, but you can continue to use these products over and over again while you have them because there's multiple uses of each product as well. Um, and so definitely let your consultant know. She's going to follow up with you too, but let your consultant know that you fell in love with the charcoal mask or the microdermabrasion, or you fell in love with everything and you want to get everything, right? So make sure that you comment. That way your consultant know that you're here. So tag your consultant. That way your consultant know that you're on. And then if your consultant tag your guests, that way your guests know to get on as well. Okay. So hopefully by now you have your 3 wet washcloths, you have all of your samples in your sample pack, or you're close to water, and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be cleaning. Okay. So always before you do any treatment, you got to clean your face first to make sure that you are doing a treatment on a clean face. So we're going to be using our 4-in-1 cleanser. This is part of our miracle set. If you have the samples, you have the long strip, which has the cleanser, it has the moisturizer, the daytime defender, and the nighttime recovery. We're going to only be using the cleanser for the Hydra session, okay? This cleanser cleans, tones, brightens, and exfoliates. It's 4 things in one is what this cleanser does. I love this cleanser. It also comes in 2 formulas, one for combination to oily skin and one for normal to dry skin. So based on your skin type is the one that you have. Now, typically, I like to use my skin cleansing brush when I clean with my cleanser, but because we're doing such a deep exfoliation tonight, I'm not going to, do the skin cleansing brush also. And I forgot to tell you that, I always do this. I'll be doing this for the whole year. So just be ready for it. Get used to it. You probably like, okay, the one finger, I already know what she's about to talk about. But as of September 1st, Mary Kay was awarded the #1 skincare and color cosmetic company in the world. Okay. So you get to try these amazing products for free. And our next session, let me just go ahead and tell you the next session right now because you want to get some samples for it. Okay, so we do them twice a month. It's how often we do these Hydra sessions. And our next session is going to be on January 5th and January 19th. And so the link is here in the little write-up on this post. So if you want to get your sample, just fill out the sample link so that you can get your samples for the next session, which is going to be on the 5th and the 19th. Okay, the 5th and the 19th. is our Hydra Session. Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to do the cleanser first. So you want to go ahead and just dampen your face with your wet washcloth or splash the water on your face, depending on where you are. Woo, these are cold. They are cold. I had my 6-year-old wet my towels for me so I can get ready. And man, these towels are cold. Okay, they're cold. All right. So face is wet. We're going to go ahead and put on the cleanser. I'm using the normal to dry cleanser here just because I want to have some added moisturization while I'm doing this deep exfoliation. And so we're going to get that cleanser on all over. We're going to leave the cleanser on just because it's so much easier to take it off when we take off our microdermabrasion scrub instead of taking off this and then put that on and then take that off also. So the next thing I want you to look for is I want you to look for the microdermabrasion, okay? Microdermabrasion. It's going to be a light pink. The pink is going to look like this color, top pink, okay? It's going to look like this color pink right here. And you're going to see microdermabrasion refine and microdermabrasion pore minimizer. Microdermabrasion refine and pore minimizer is what you're going to see. We're going to only be using the refine because that's the deep exfoliation. So we're going to do a surface level exfoliation right now, where we're going to remove the top layer of dead skin cells to get rid of all of those dead skin cells. We're going to also clean out those pores. Microdermabrasion is really good for anyone that has large pores, anyone that has dark spots, age spots, and sunspots, anyone that has hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and dry patches. Okay, microdermabrasion will be your best friend, I promise you. It's a deep exfoliation. So it's a 2-step process. And what you have right now is the samples of the 2-step. I just had the pore minimizer somewhere and don't know where it went literally just now. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's a 2-step process. You can use the microdermabrasion every single week, okay? No more than 2, maybe 3 times a week at most. But if you go to the spa, you actually use a machine to do the microdermabrasion. And if you go to the dermatologist's office, this is what you would use here at the dermatologist's office. But it typically costs about $75 to $150 per session to get a microdermabrasion treatment. This set that you have the sample of, this set is only 58, okay? And it will last you a long time because the scrub, 2, maybe 3 times a week, it will last you about 9 to 12 months. The pore minimizer, about 4 to 6 months because you can use that every day. It's a serum, okay? So let's go ahead, get the microdermabrasion refine. Hopefully you found it by now. I'm like stalling to make sure you can get it. Okay, so the microdermabrasion refine, you want your face to be wet, okay? So I'm going to wet my face. I have my bowl of water here. I'm going to wet my face. And then I'm going to put on the microdermabrasion refine and just do a light, gentle scrub everywhere to remove those dead skin cells. And you'll feel it because the little beads are aluminum oxide crystals is what they are. And man, they are tiny, tiny enough to get into the pore and really clean out those pores also. So we are going to scrub all over. My most troubled area is my nose. If I have blackheads, that's where they typically are, or right on my nose area. And I like to spend a little extra time around my nose. Okay, so all over, don't forget your forehead, your eyebrows. There is skin underneath your eyebrows too. We want to get rid of all of the dead skin cells all over. When we get done with the microdermabrasion, you will see and feel a difference instantly, okay? Your skin is gonna look a lot more polished, a lot more buffed, and it's going to feel really good because remember, we just removed that top layer of dead skin cells too. So once you got a good scrub all over, then we'll go ahead and take a wet washcloth and wipe it off. Or if you're by your water, you can go ahead and splash your face with the water as well. The next thing we're going to be using is our charcoal mask. So once you get your microdermabrasion scrub off, then you can go ahead and open up your charcoal mask sample. And we're going to start with that next. Let's get this scrub off all over. Now, redness is normal because we just did a deep exfoliation, right? And if you didn't have your face wet enough, then it was feeling a little scratchy, and that's normal. The redness lasts about 5 minutes and then it goes away. So it's okay. But don't forget your eyebrows. People always say, should I put it on my eyebrows? I'm like, yes, there's skin underneath those eyebrows. Please. Okay. I already feel a difference in my skin. I'm trying to see when was the last time I did my microdermabrasion treatment? Probably on Monday. And so you can definitely feel a difference for sure. Okay, what I like to do is take the back of my hand and go like this if I'm not like in the shower or something because the water just wash it off. But because I'm using my towel, I like to take the back of my hand to make sure I got all of the exfoliation beads off before I move to the next step. And I got them off. Okay, so the charcoal mask is the next thing that we're going to use. It looks like this. And you want to paint your charcoal mask on all over. I am going to be using our masking applicator to paint it because the charcoal mask gives you about 55 to 60 uses out of this tube when you're using the masking applicator. So it's important to use the masking applicator. Um, and while we're putting it on, I'll tell you about it. Also, I'm looking for a mirror because looking at the screen as my mirror, it's tough because it's the opposite. So I just have to kind of be careful when I'm using the screen. I think I'm doing one side, but it's really the other side. It's so crazy. Okay. The other thing I like about this masking applicator is that it evenly puts the mask on too. Okay. Let's get this headband out of the way. Okay. Get your mask on all over. Spread it on all over. The reason why I haven't done that side yet is because I need a little more. Okay. So what's going to happen is the mask is going to dry, and as it dries, it's going to feel tight. And as it feels tight, that's when it's going to start to pull. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want it to do. Now, you might smell it. It has a minty scent to it. So it has peppermint in it. It has honeysuckle. It has rosemary in it also. And this is the second layer of exfoliation. So what this charcoal mask is going to do, it acts like a magnet. So charcoal, activated charcoal is the purest form of charcoal that you can get. It acts like a magnet. It digs 3 layers into your pores and pulls out all of the toxins and impurities out of your pores. Okay, so that is important. If you work in an area where there's a lot of germs, like schools, daycares, hospitals, clinics, outdoors, landscaping, and that kind of stuff, you want to be doing a charcoal mask treatment maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times a week, just to detoxify your skin, just like hand sanitizer and those kinds of things detoxify our hands, kills germs, get rid of that stuff. The charcoal mask pulls the germs and stuff out of your pores. And you'll see it. It sits it right on the surface of your skin, and it really cleans your pores out. It's what it does. So charcoal mask is really good. Men can use the charcoal mask, just like the microdermabrasion we just did. Men can use that too. Kids can use the charcoal mask also. My kids use the charcoal mask with no problem. I have a 6-year-old, a 14-year-old. My daughter is 26. She uses everything, of course. But my son's been using it since he's 3. He was 3 years old, the charcoal mask. And that's just because he loves it. He's not like cleaning out his pores. He just loves the way it feels and looks, right? But my 14-year-old who plays football, he definitely does the charcoal mask because every once in a while he might get some breakouts around where the helmet is. And so he uses the charcoal mask. The charcoal mask also has salicylic acid in it, which is the #1 ingredient to fight acne, right? And so it helps to dry out any kind of breakouts you might have. It pulls blackheads to the surface and whiteheads to the surface also. And it helps to dry those things out, but to clear up your skin. Also, there's navy bean extract in the charcoal mask, which helps to even out skin tone. So even those that have rosacea, which is redness of the skin, it helps to tone down that redness also. Okay, so we're going to let this sit for a little bit. And if you have a bump or a breakout, you can see here it's turning white. That means I have a bump or breakout right there. So it is going to dry it out. It seems like every time we do a Hydra session, there's like some kind of bump on my face, right? This just goes to show that you can take care of your skin all day, every day, but every once in a while, there's some skin issues that pop up, right? So I get a breakout every once in a while, and it's okay because I know what to do to get rid of them pretty quickly, right? Okay, so while we're letting this sit, remember our next Hydra session is going to be on January 5th, and then it's going to be not the following Friday after that, but the next Friday, which I think is the 19th, I want to say. So the 5th and the 19th is when we're going to be doing our Hydra sessions for the month of January. If you want to get samples, make sure you click the link in this post so that you can get the samples sent out to you in time. Okay, the next thing we're going to be using, so you can go ahead and find it, is going to be our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel that looks like this. And it's, even though it's called peel, it's not like we're going to be peeling it off of our face. Okay. It's a cream, but it's the same exact peel you would get if you went to the spa and said, I want to get a chemical peel. It's the exact same thing. Okay. The exact same thing. Okay. I'm starting to feel in the charcoal mask getting a little tight, which is what we want it to get tight and pull the toxins and impurities. And you can probably see, let me get a little closer here on my nose. See those spots and speckles on my nose? Those are all the toxins and impurities that are being pulled out of my pores on my nose. Like I said, my nose is my most troubled area. And so the toxins and impurities, the oil spots, all of that stuff right there on my nose. Okay. So while we're letting that sit, let me just share with you a little bit about our business opportunity because the new year is coming up. And I know one of the things that people look for in the new year is like something new to do, right? We talk about new year, new skin, taking care of your skin, making sure your skincare routine is where it needs to be, making sure you're using the best products, also the number one products as well, going into the new year because you got to take care of you, right? If you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of you? Because you probably take care of everyone else too. Most of our clients, most of the people that are in these groups here, usually are the ones that take care of everyone else as well. And so you got to make sure you're taking care of you. Okay. Sometimes it's okay to splurge a little bit on yourself to make sure that you can take care of your skin, to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward, your best face forward. No pun intended, right? So we have the number one skincare and number one makeup products in the world. People right now are looking for Mary Kay products. Okay. This is the perfect time to get started with the Mary Kay business because people are looking for Mary Kay products. People are looking for Mary Kay consultants also because we have the number one products as well. So this is the perfect time to get started with the Mary Kay business. Now we make a 50% profit on everything we sell. So let's say going into the new year, you're like, it would be great to make a little extra money on the side. Well, if you sell a cleanser, or let's say you sell this charcoal mask, which is 25, okay, the charcoal mask is 25, you made $12.50 off of this charcoal mask too, because you make a 50% profit on everything you sell, but you also get your products at a 50% discount. So instead of you paying 25, you pay $12.50 for this charcoal mask tube. I love that because I use all of the products and I get everything at a 50% discount, right? So that's number one. Number two is, and what I love, let me go back to the 50% discount. What I love is that that money comes to you right away. As soon as you sell that product, like this 12.50 comes as soon as I sell this charcoal mask. I don't have to wait. So, oh, you want the charcoal mask? Okay, it's 25. You give me the 25 plus taxes, of course, right? And I give you your charcoal mask. I pull 12.50 out of that 25 and I go and buy a hamburger because the money is like instant. The transaction, as soon as the transaction happens, you get your profit right away. Okay. The second thing is when you actually build and grow your team. Okay. If you all have not heard our units, we're finishing up our second pink Cadillac right now. Our unit is becoming a 2-time pink Cadillac unit by the end of this month. The goal is to finish by the 23rd, but we'll be a 2-time pink Cadillac unit, which is a big deal because Mary Kay is known for the pink Cadillacs, right? So your consultant might say, no, I don't have a pink Cadillac, but I'm part of a pink Cadillac unit, which is a really big deal. Okay. That is a big deal. And so the second way we make our money is when you actually build and grow your team. You don't have to build and grow a team, but it's available to you. It's another stream of income inside of our business opportunity as well. And that's where Mary Kay will pay a commission check to you based on what your team does. And I love that because it doesn't come from anyone else. It comes directly from Mary Kay. And this commission check can range anywhere between 4 and up to 23% in commission. Okay. It's unlimited. It is completely unlimited on the amount of money that you can make with this business as well. Okay. So let's look at our charcoal mask. See all of those spots and speckles? Look at this. All these spots and speckles here, these are all the toxins and impurities that are being pulled out of my pores. All on my cheek, this side here, cheek area, my forehead, like, woo, this right here is a bump. And see, I can't feel it. So it's underneath the surface of my skin is where it is. But let's go ahead and take off our charcoal mask. The towels are so cold. Oh my gosh. It's like, do I need to use another towel? Because they're so cold. Okay. What I like to do is press the towel into my face if I'm using a towel. Of course, you can wash it off in the shower. You can wash it off in the sink. It comes off super easy. It is washable. It's not, it's not a peel. We don't like peels where you're actually pulling away at your skin. But it comes right off super easy. So I'm gonna just put this on. Whew, I had to take a deep breath to put the cold towel on my face. And I like to just press it into my skin. And then it comes off super easy. So let's go ahead and take off the charcoal mask. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. Okay. The Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. I just love how easy the charcoal mask comes off. Okay, what are you all doing for the holidays? Any plans for the holidays? Going anywhere special? Even now, I don't even know what we're doing. I don't have any plans yet. It just goes to show how ready I am, right? Not ready at all. Okay, got all the charcoal mask off. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go with the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. So find your sample. It says Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. And what this does, so it has glycolic acid in it, okay? That's the big kicker. I'm going to just dry my face a little bit before I put the facial peel on. This is the third layer of exfoliation that we're going to do. So the first layer, we removed the top layer of dead skin cells, okay? We did that. And then the next layer, we dug into the pores 3 layers deep and pulled out all of the toxins and impurities. Now we're going to go underneath that surface layer of skin and we're going to dissolve all of those dead skin cells, okay? The glycolic acid dissolves the dead skin cells. And when that new layer of skin comes up, it's a lot more plumper. It's a lot more youthful. It's a lot more, what do you call it? A lot more youthful, a lot more plumper. I'm having a brain fart right now. I don't even know what else. But anyway, the new layer of skin is the best layer of skin, okay? Because they're Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit into the palm of the hand. And I just kind of press this into my skin. Now, a tingle is normal, okay, because it's the glycolic acid. Some people feel a tingle, some people don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just all depends. I don't even know what, but it's okay. A tingle is normal. The tingle goes away pretty quickly. And we're going to put this on all over. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just kind of putting it on my face and letting it sit there because we are going to let it sit. You want to let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Now, you can use this every week also. No more than 2 times a week is how often you would use this. And you keep it on for 10 minutes, okay? Now, you can put this on your feet. We have photos of where some ladies put it on their feet to remove the dead skin cells from their feet, crusty feet, and completely uncrust the feet, if that's even a word, right? It makes the feet uncrusty. Okay, we're gonna let this sit. So back to the Mary Kay business opportunity. I talked about how we make our money. One, by selling a product, we make a 50% profit. The second way is by adding someone to your team. And that's what Mary Kay pays your commission check. Now, we do have a car program. I talked about the pink Cadillac, but your consultant is actually working to finish up her first free car, which is a silver Chevy Trax. Okay. Mary Kay pays the license, the taxes, the registration, and up to 85% of the car insurance. Or she can take $425 in cash every single month instead. So car or cash. I love that we have options. And because of my Mary Kay business, I have not had a car note for the last 10 years because I've been driving a free car, which is absolutely amazing, right? And so I love that Mary Kay gives us options when it comes to either driving a free car or taking the cash instead. Okay, so we have no quotas. In Mary Kay, you don't have to sell a certain amount every single month, which is so good because who needs pressure, right? I don't want anything that's going to pressure me saying, you got to meet the quota. You got to hit this number. You got to meet the quota. No. All right. We have no maximums or minimums, which means you can work as much as you want or as little as you want. When I started Mary Kay, I worked very little because I only had a little time. I served 20 years in the Navy. And as you know, I retired last year. from the Navy. But when I started Mary Kay, I was on a ship in San Diego. And I mean, we worked long hours, literally about 80 hours a week is how often we worked. And I had very little time, like very little time. My daughter also played travel basketball. So on the weekends, we would be traveling. But some weekends, I had to spend a night on the ship on a Saturday or Sunday because I had duty also. So very little time. And so you can work as much as you want or as little as you want. That's what I love about this business. And then we have no territories, which means you can take your business wherever you go. If you move from one state to another, there are no territories. You can still work in that state too. If you move from California all the way to Virginia, right across the country, like I did, I was stationed in San Diego when I started. Then I moved to Virginia and then I moved to Georgia. You can still take your business wherever you go. And I love that too. So there are no territories. Now, we do have certain qualities that we look for when we think someone might be great at doing something like Mary Kay. So the first quality is you look for someone that's busy, because what we found is that busy people just know how to get things done. Think about it, right? If you're super busy, you got to get your holiday shopping done. You got to get your kids to practice. You work your full-time job. You got to pick your kids up from practice. You got to take the other one to gymnastics. You got to take the other one to cheer. You got Bible study, you do stuff at the church, you volunteer, you got to take care of your husband things too. You got to make appointments, right? Women, we're all busy. I don't know one woman that is not busy. We're all busy, but busy people know how to get things done. They know how to prioritize their time. They know how to make things happen. So we look for people that are busy. The second quality we look for is we look for people that are not the sales type. There's no reason why I need to be trying to sell Mary Kay to you. We're the number one skincare and makeup. Like, why do I need to try and sell products to you? If you want them, great. It's great. If you don't want them, it's also great. It's not a big deal, right? And so it's okay if people buy, and it's okay if people don't. It doesn't matter because there are millions of people that will. Okay. So we look for people that are not the sales type. And then we look for people that like to win, because what we do in Mary Kay is we win. Our team win. Our team wins big also. And they say you're like the 5 people you hang around. When you hang around winners, you'll probably be a winner. When you hang around losers, more than likely you might be a loser and don't even know it, because everyone's a loser too, right? So we look for people that like to win. And then the last quality is we look for people that are family oriented, because we like to encourage and support. Our team is one big family. We love all of the people that are on our team. But our philosophy in Mary Kay is God first, family second, and career third also. And we look for people that are family oriented. Now, how much does it cost to get started with the Mary Kay business? This might surprise you. If you've been listening to me for a while, you already know this, but it's $35 to get started with a Mary Kay business. That is it. $35 to get started with a business. Okay. If you've been thinking about it, if you've been looking at me for a while, it's $35 to get started. That's it. $35 to get started with a Mary Kay business. What comes with that? You get a website that's good for a whole year. There's no additional cost, no additional fees. It's good for a whole year. I mean, that alone right there, right? Just the website alone is worth the $35, because you cannot go get a website for $35 and think that you don't have to pay anymore. Like, usually you have to pay every single month for a website. Not with Mary Kay. One-time fee, $35. You also get some samples, you get some brochures, a catalog. You have access to all of the education, which is done online, and then you have access to all of the apps also. So $35 to get started with the Mary Kay business. If you're like, you know what, that sounds great, I think I want to give it a try. It's only $35. And this is the beauty. Let's say you start, and then like a couple months down the road, you're like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. This is crazy. You can just stop. No one has ever done that and said this is crazy, but you can if you want to, and just stop and not do it anymore. It's not a big deal. Remember, it's not a big deal, because we're number one. Like, it doesn't even matter. You can try it, start it, try it, and give it a try and see if you like it. And if you don't, you just stop. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay. So $35 to get started with the Mary Kay business. That's it. And then you have a whole support team that's ready to support you. Yes, it's your business, but you're not in business by yourself, because our team, the leaders on our team, are here to support you and to walk you through whatever you need to be walked through with also. So if you're like, you know what, I've been listening to her talk for like the last 6 months, and she's been talking about $25, $35 starter kits. We did have a promotion where it was $25 one month, but $35 starter kits. Okay. And you're like, I want to make a little extra money. over this holiday period. I want to make a little extra money going into the new year. What? Oh, sorry. She wants me to open up these Cheetos. And I want to do something a little different this year, right? Going into the new year. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to get started for 35 bucks. Okay. All right. So we have our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel on. Now you don't have the sample to satin lips, but I am going to do satin lips because look at my lips. They're a little crusty. I always wait until we do the Hydra session for them to be a little crusty so you can see what the satin lips would do to your lips, right? But look, they're like dry. They're not too dry, but they're dry, right? So the satin lips gives you nice, soft, kissable lips, and I'm ready for them right now. Okay, so it is a Shea Butter Sugar Scrub, and it's a Shea Butter Lip Balm. I am going to put the Shea Butter Sugar Scrub on and scrub my lips top and bottom to get rid of the dead skin cells. And then I am going to wipe all of this off with the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel also. And then I'm going to put my lip balm on. Okay, scrub. My lips is like, girl, why you waited so long? Goodness. You know you needed this the other day. I'm like, I know. But we had the Hydra Session coming up, so I gotta wait. Okay, scrub, scrub, scrub. And it's shea butter. Shea butter locks in the moisture, so it doesn't feel greasy. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and take off our Revealing Radiance Facial Peel along with the shea butter. Well, you don't have this, but we'll take off our facial peel, and I'm gonna take off my scrub also, okay? And you just wipe it off. It's so funny that these towels are so cold. Oh my goodness. So cold. I feel like I just dipped my face into an ice bath. And it's cold here in Georgia. I'm sure it's cold everywhere though. It's cold here in Georgia. I'm sure it's cold everywhere else also. Okay. Let's make sure we got it all off. Yep. Okay, we won't need our towels anymore. That's good because my towels were like freezing ice. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my Shea Butter Lip Balm on, okay, while I'm letting my face dry. And the next thing we're gonna do, so now we're gonna go into the hydration phase of the Hydra Session and hydrate our skin. So we just did 3 layers of exfoliation. So now it's time to hydrate, okay? Hydrate. Okay, so the first thing we're going to use is we're going to go ahead and put on our hydrogel eye patches. You have a sample of these, the hydrogel eye patches. You get 60 patches in this jar. The jar is 40 bucks is how much it is. Now, the hydrogel eye patches are really good for under eye puffiness, small under eye puffiness, and small dark circles also. They come, this is what they look like in the jar. These little sparkly rose petals here in the jar. There's a spatula that comes with it so you can scoop them up because they're so slippery. If you're trying to grab them one by one, you probably wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. To me, it looks like a little comma, right? So upside down comma, like that. Okay. The small part goes on the inside of the eye, and the large part goes towards the ear. And it goes right just like that, right? But what this does is this hydrates underneath the eye area. You can keep the jar in the fridge also to get more of a cooling effect as well with the patches. But for me, if I keep mine in a jar, I probably won't see them or use them because for me, if it's out of sight, it is out of mind, okay? So I got the hydrogel eye patches underneath the eye area. We're gonna let them sit for a little bit. You can use the patches 2 times a week. Leave them on for like 10 to 20 minutes or so until they dry out, and then you take them off, and then you just pat in the residue. But while we're letting that sit, I am going to be using we call it the Jesus Tears, but this right here is our naturally oil, okay? Because you can put this anywhere. You can put it on anything. You can put it in your hair. You can put it on your elbows, your cuticles, of course, your face, your knees, your feet, your body, your back. I mean, you can put it anywhere. And what I like about this oil, so I have oily skin, but it gives you a dry finish It's natural. It's almond oil, sesame oil, olive oil, and it has a really nice vanilla scent. And I usually don't like vanilla. That's the crazy. I'm like, "Ugh." But no, this smells really good. It comes with a medicine dropper here. And I just kind of get some drops, squirt a little drops. And then I just pat this onto my skin, is what I do. Pat it onto my skin. Now, this is the hydration phase, okay? Anytime you do some type of exfoliation, you want to make sure that you follow up with hydration because it's like a drink of water. When you're exfoliating, you're stripping away all of the minerals and the vitamins and all of that stuff from your skin. So now we want to give that back, put that back into our skin. And so that's what the hydration does. It basically kind of gives you the electrolytes, it gives you the water that your skin needs so that your skin can go ahead and function properly and heal from the exfoliation that you just did also. Exfoliation is really good for your skin also. I think on Sunday, we're going to be doing a session of why exfoliate. So make sure that you are here for that on Sunday. It's going to be, I don't even know what time it's going to be, but it's going to be Sunday. Okay. So make sure you're here. It's probably going to be the same times that we do every Sunday when we do a live on Sundays. That's when it's going to be. But why exfoliation or why exfoliate is what the topic is going to be on Sunday. So make sure that you tune in for Sunday for that. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to use, which you have a sample of, is our moisture renewing gel mask. Okay, so go ahead and find that moisture renewing gel mask. Even with this tube, you still get 55 to 60 uses out of this tube. This tube is actually 24. Now, the moisture renewing gel mask helps to de-stress skin, which is good because we just kind of stress the skin a little bit by doing all of those exfoliations. So now we're about to calm the skin down. We're about to give it some more water. We're going to moisturize and hydrate. We're going to actually keep this mask on overnight. So when it dries, it's going to feel like you have nothing on. It doesn't dry and like tighten your skin up. But it's going to hydrate your skin all night while you have it on. This is really good for people that have super dry skin also. Even me with oily skin, I like to use it. I use it twice a month when we do our Hydra sessions and I sleep in it because it just hydrates your skin, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take off my hydrogel eye patches from underneath my eye area. And you cannot reuse them once you take them off because they're dry. You can't reuse them again. I've had people ask me that question before. Okay, so, but look at my skin, right? My skin is like, oh, girl, like you just gave me a drink of water. Thank you so much. And I love the way it feels. It feels amazing. So good. Now I'm going to be using the masking applicator too. We're going to go ahead and put on the moisture renewing gel mask. It smells so good. So it has acai berry in it. It also has glycerin in it as well to moisturize and hydrate the skin. Okay, so let's get this on all over, and then we're gonna let this dry. Just that one. I know, but don't eat them all right now. Don't eat them all right now. You gotta save some for later. He loves tomatoes just like me, and I always get the grape tomatoes from the store, and he will eat them all at one time if I don't watch him because he loves them so much. I love them too, though. They're my favorite. Okay. Look at the hydration, right? Hydrated skin. Love, love, love this. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let this stay on the skin. It's going to dry. It's going to feel like you have nothing on. That's perfect. That's how you want it to be. While we're letting that dry, what I'm going to do is show you some of the products. We'll show you all of the products that we did today. In case you fell in love with something and you're like, okay, I want to get the scrub that we use, the microdermabrasion scrub, or I like what she talked about, those satin lips. Like, I need some of that because my lips are dry, crusty right now, right? My lips feel so good right now. Soft and kissable, okay? All right, so the first thing we use, so this is our Hydra Session Happiness set sheet. The first thing we use is all of the exfoliation stuff. The second row is all of the hydration stuff. And then the third row are just some extras, okay? So the exfoliation It's the cleanser. The cleanser is part of exfoliation because the cleanser cleans, tones, brightens, and exfoliates. But it's so mild, you can use it every day, morning and night. So the cleanser is 26, okay? The cleanser will last you about 9 months or so. It's how long the cleanser will last. And remember, it comes in 2 formulas, one for combination oily skin, one for normal to dry skin. So you'll need to let your consultant know which one you want, the combination oily one or the normal to dry one, okay? And then next is the microdermabrasion refine, okay? That's that deep exfoliation to remove those dead skin cells, but it also helps to minimize the pores. Or you can get the full set. So remember, the full set is 58, which is the deep exfoliation scrub and the pore minimizer. So the pore minimizer and the scrub together are 58, or you can just get the scrub for 36. It's up to you. Then the charcoal mask is 25. Remember, you get 55 to 60 uses out of that charcoal mask tube. The satin lip scrub is 12, okay? But if you get them together, and it works its way out in the deal, okay? But let's say if you just want to get the satin lips, just satin scrub and a satin lip balm, it's 22 if you get the set together. But if you get it individually, it's 12 each, okay? So it's better to get the set. And then the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel is 68. And remember, you can use that 2 times a week. It's how often you would use it. And that's for the underlayer skin. So when that new layer of skin comes up, it's a lot more plumper. It's a lot more youthful. It's a lot more, I don't even know. Again, I have a brain fart on this for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I talk about this every single time. Okay, so that's the exfoliation products. And then let's talk about the hydration products. So the hydrogel eye patches, remember you get 60 patches in the jar. The jar is $40. You can keep them in the fridge if you want to. You only would use them 2 times a week is how often you would use them, but they're for puffiness and small dark circles. And then we have our nourishing oil. So this is a hydration oil. You can use it any and everywhere. It's so good for your skin. It's natural, all natural products with this. And that's 50. And then the moisture renewing gel mask, you get 55 to 60 uses out of that tube. It's 24. You can use it 2, 3 times a week as well. And then this is the Shea Butter Lip Balm that I have on my lips right now. My lips are like, thank you. Okay, so then some extras, okay? And then I'll tell you about the deal, but some extras. So our oil-free eye makeup remover removes waterproof and non-waterproof eye makeup, and it kills eye mites. So that's 20. And then the skin cleansing brush, which I talked about earlier, which I would use with my cleanser. So if you get the cleanser and you don't have a skin cleansing brush, I highly recommend that you get the skin cleansing brush too, just because it cleans your face 85% better than if you use your hands or you use a washcloth to do that. And then our hydrating gel. So our oil-free hydrating gel. This is for people that have oily skin, but you want to hydrate your skin, okay? How do you know if you need to hydrate your skin? If your skin is dull, and let's say you put moisturizer on it, but it's not doing anything, it's still dull, you probably need to hydrate your skin. So this is our oil-free hydrating oil. The Volume Firm Eye Renewal Cream, the Mac Daddy of all eye creams. If you want a one-stop shop when it comes to eye care, then this is what you need to get. It's $44, but it takes care of lines and wrinkles, dark circles, puffiness, hooded eyes, saggy eyes, crow's feet, and moisturization for that eye area. So it's a one-stop shop for eye cream. I use that eye cream every single day, morning and night. And then our satin hand set, which is our, it's like a manicure and pedicure every single day. It's called satin hands, but you can also put it on your feet as well. That's 36, and it's a 3-step process for that. Okay, so let's talk about the steals and the deals with the Hydra Session Happiness. So if you get all of the hydrating products and you get all of the exfoliation products, okay, and you get the roll-up bag, it's going to cost you $333. But this is the steal and deal. Today, you can get all of those products plus the roll-up bag for free at $269. Okay, so this is what the roll-up bag looks like on the outside. So you see what it looks on the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside. There's a hanger here where you can hang it up, and you can hang it up behind your door, hang it on your towel rack, hang it on the mirror, wherever. But there's 4 pockets in here. All of the pockets are clear, so you can see exactly what's in each pocket. You're not like, where did I put that brush? Is it in this one? Is it in this one? You can see exactly where it is. But all of the pockets come off too. So if I wanted to go overnight somewhere, if I wanted to go to the gym, but I didn't want to take my whole bag with me to the gym, I just needed a little bit, then you can just take a pocket with you. If you have multiple kids and you're going on a trip, each kid can have their own pocket. That way you know that they have all of their stuff in there as well. It Velcros right back on, and you can roll it up and carry it as a travel roller bag too. So this is free when you get all of the exfoliating products and the nourishing products or hydrating products, okay, for $269. All of those products for $269. Remember, a Hydra session costs usually between $374, $375. Let's just say 375, 375 bucks. You don't even get to take the products home. You just get the treatment that we did tonight and you pay 375 bucks for that. At least with this, you will get all of the products for $269 and you can use them when you need to use them and you'll have them for the next Hydra session also because we do them twice a week, twice a month. Okay. All right. So that's the Hydra session happiness. Your consultant will touch bases with you, but if she doesn't, reach out to your consultant to see if there's anything that you want to take home with you tonight from that to take advantage of the deal. Okay. The deal of the steal. All right. So don't forget, look at my skin. Look at my skin. It feels so good. So good also. Okay, so don't forget, it's 35 bucks to start a Mary Kay business. If you're interested in starting Mary Kay, please let us know. You can post here in the comments or you can message, DM, what have you, if you're interested in starting Mary Kay. We're excited to be adding some people to our Mary Kay family. Also, to be able to walk them through how to have a successful business going into the new year as well. Starting in January, we're going to be doing a money class. We're going to be teaching you how to make money with your business also. Okay. All right. Well, have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions at all, please post them in the comments. Have a good night.